Hello guys, welcome to week 11 at Nathbet. It's an early broadcast this week, basically because one, we've got a play going on Friday night, and two, I like the fixtures that much that I want to give you the maximum time possible to get your bets on. So without further ado, let's go straight on to the safe double, because this is a double that I absolutely love, and that's why we're going to predict 3 points on this. 3 points on this double. First of all, we're going to the Friday night game, straight to the Friday night game, and that is in the Championship, Middlesbrough, and they entertain Sheffield Wednesday. Now, if you have seen anything of Middlesbrough this season, you know that they are in fantastic form, especially as of late, and with Jonathan Woodgate returning last weekend, they had another fantastic win. They had a good draw in midweek away at Forest, and now they're back at home, back at the Riverside Stadium where they've been so strong against a Sheffield Wednesday side who are absolutely struggling massively over the last 4 to 5 games. They're in the bottom 4, and their travelling on the road is as bad as their home form. They're really going to be up against it to stay in the Championship this year. Middlesbrough's home form has been magnificent, as has their away form, but they are strongest at home. And on Friday night, in front of the home crowd, I fancy them to win, and win well. They're at even money at the moment. I think they'll get backed in on Friday night, and that's why I'm getting this one out straight away. We're going to double them up with the Sunday game with Chelsea to beat Liverpool. Now, Chelsea have just played tonight. They beat Shakhtar Donetsk 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Really good game. A couple of defensive errors let Chelsea in. And they played pretty much their full strength side. However, Liverpool face Anzi tomorrow night. And judging by what Brendan Rodgers played last time, I fancy them to make a strong side as well, giving Chelsea an extra 1 day's rest. You know that Liverpool have been struggling for goals as of late, bar Luis Suarez. They've got to go to Stamford Bridge as well with 1 day's less rest, and I think that will be too much for them. I think that Chelsea will win this game, and win this game well. Chelsea available at even money, and that gives us a 3.1 to 1 double with Coral and Bet Victor. Those are the two best prices. If you haven't got on Betfred, like I said a couple of weeks ago, anyone who hasn't subscribed to them gets an extra absolutely free £10 free bet. That's without depositing any money whatsoever. If you haven't done that, then please make sure you open those accounts through Nathbet. Okay, the second one this week, Newcastle United is going to start our treble. Newcastle against West Ham. Newcastle have got a game on Thursday, however I don't expect them to play any of their regulars, maybe 1 or 2 at the very most. Newcastle have been in really good form as of late. West Ham had a good draw as well against Manchester City, on Sunday. However, that doesn't stop me betting against them this weekend. St James's Park, really difficult place to go. I know there's question marks over Demba Ba's fitness. He's not going to play on Thursday night. I don't think he would have played anyway, even if he was fit. I still fancy him to start on Sunday, and even if he doesn't, the likes of Ben Afra, Papa Cesar's due a few goals. I think they'll be too strong for West Ham despite Andy Carroll's return. They're available at just odds against 17 to 16, but probably even money in most places. They're going to start our treble, along with Stoke City. Stoke have been up and down this season, and they face Queen's Park Rangers at home. At home, they're really good, and they don't give away many goals, if any, maybe 1, but definitely not 2. I expect them to keep a clean sheet against Queen's Park Rangers, who couldn't get past Reading at home, and I think that going to Stoke will be too much. The Britannia is a difficult place to go, like I said. The likes of Jonathan Walters and Peter Crouch are going to start scoring goals sooner rather than later, and I think this will be starting this weekend. They're available at 10 to 11, and we're going to take them. So Newcastle and Stoke are the first two in our treble, and the third team are Leicester City, and they face Nottingham Forest. Both had goalless draws in midweek. Leicester, I think, are probably my tip to win Championship outright this year. And going back at home to the Walker Stadium, where they're very strong. Nottingham Forest, like I said, I've had a couple of good results as of late, but I think that Leicester will be too strong for them at home, and that's why we take them even money at that price. That gives us Newcastle, Stoke, and Leicester City. And I expect a 6.5, 6.6 to 1 treble with Coral will be a really good price, and I think that we should back them straight away. Like I said, a lot of these results and odds are going to be backed in towards the end of the weekend, so I really think that we should put these on if you can, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. I think come Friday night that you will not get these type of odds that I'm saying now. So Newcastle, Stoke, Leicester, that's the treble. Make sure you put them on. That's 2 points this week, not 1 point like we normally do. That's 2 points. 3 points for the double and 2 points for the treble. We're going to do 1 point recommendation for the fourfold. That starts with Borough again, Middlesbrough against Sheffield Wednesday. Like I say, I really like that, and that's why I'm getting this out early, because it's the Friday night game. We're going to include them in our fourfold as well, along with Cardiff City to beat Hull. Now, Cardiff were on the end of a crazy 5-4 loss in midweek, and Hull carried on their winning ways, a really good result. However, I just fancy that both sides will score at the weekend, and when it's at Cardiff, I fancy Cardiff just to outscore Hull City, plain and simple. They are the bookies' favourites to go up automatically, and even money at home, I think we're going to take them. Along with Manchester City. Now, Man City, as you saw in midweek, they couldn't get past Ajax. They're pretty much out of the Champions League, which means that the Premier League is their main focus. Roberto Mancini under plenty of pressure. They couldn't get past West Ham, our tip, at the weekend, and I think that Spurs, on the back of a disappointing 1-0 loss last weekend at home to Wigan, will not prove too problematic for Manchester City at home at the Emirates. Carlos Tevez will be nicely rested. Edin Dzeko, I'm sure Sergio Aguero might get a start as well. There's just too much firepower there for them to not score goals, and I think 8 to 13, it's a good price for the fourfold. So far we've got Borough, Cardiff, Manchester City, and the fourth one this week is Yeovil Town. Yeovil in League One, they entertain Hartlepool, who are rock bottom. Hartlepool played tonight. They lost again at home to Tranmere. They were soundly beaten. Yeovil played last night. They lost as well. However, they're better at home. Hartlepool, like I say, not showing anything home or away, especially not home tonight. They've got to travel away to Yeovil, and I just think that that'll be too much for Hartlepool. They've only got 8 points on the season complete. They're available at even money. Cardiff, Manchester City, Yeovil and Middlesbrough, all home fixtures. They're available at 11 to 1 fourfold with William Hill and Bet Victor. It's a quick one this week, guys, because I really want you to get those bets on. Make sure you can bet them all through Nathbet. You don't need to navigate away from the page. And if you've got a spare pound, couple of quid, then make sure that you look at Pete's long shot, because that's always close to coming in. And I know he's had a few good wins this week, so have a look at that. All right, guys, take care. Speak to you soon, and I promise you we'll have some profits next week. Take care. Bye-bye.